it comes to when we want to say what we want as Black women, right, Ebony?
Well, since you went there, yeah, it's interesting. So the past several months where I've been leading conversation
Yes.
amongst Black women and beyond, I think the main thing I've learned from this, y'all, is people really want Black women to be happy with anything. What people really want Black women to understand is that we are to be accepting of our positioning as the least desirable in society. We should get the memo that nobody really wants a Black woman. Thus, if anybody was to find themselves willing to take up with us, we should be happy, we should be grateful, and we should shut up about it. And if you are a Black woman that dares to push back on that mythology, because that's what it is, it's a damn lie from the pits of hell.
Right.
And if you were to push back on that and insist upon a value system, insist upon a criteria, insist upon just a standard into which we want to operate romantically, we are demonized.
Yes.
We are, we are seen as ungrateful, and eventually we become the ungrateful, angry Black woman. And I'm not, I personally won't have it.
Right.
Stop the cap.
So here we go.
Please.
Two things is true. You speaking from an old woman's point of view, with granted, that's a you bitter and scorn. You done ruined your opportunity. You don't see no 21-year-old girls, women, whatever y'all want to call them, 25 up on this stage with this bitter point of view. These are women that,
yeah, we do. Yes, they do have. The women do have that point of view. A lot of women feel like that. Every time we get on a panel, the guys are always saying Black women are at the bottom.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to accept that we're at the bottom. She was correct when she said that.
Yes.
We should sit back and be happy that anybody wants us.
Just because a lot of women put their stock in how much money they making, Heathen Queen.
Okay.
And y'all want men to date y'all for the same reason y'all date them, and it don't work like that.
I think that we're not going to get to where Ebony
Well, real
said.
quick, I'll let you go, Crystal, but my thing is this. A lot of women making 6 figures, regardless of what shape they come in, regardless if they bring in children, they figure they can demand this man. If not, then it's settling because I make $200K. But go ahead, Chris.
I think that the bigger conversation outside of this, that's old. That we already know that. I ain't even arguing that tonight. What I'm saying is we can't sit in that space that Ebony is in until we work on our femininity. Black women, we are too aggressive, and I think that is very off-putting to men. I was watching this show and they were like popping balloons real quick, and they were deciding which woman they wanted. And every woman who came in there with an arrogant or a aggressive or just kind of a mean mug, the men were instantly turned off. What I'm getting at is, I agree with Ebony, but I agree that we as women will not be able to show that until we get back into our feminine nature, caring about community, caring about what we eat, caring about working out, listening to corrective criticism. We're not going to get there. So that's my pushback on that. But I do agree. I think that it is this, I'm just supposed to accept that I'm nothing, and whatever I get. But I think that's women who haven't worked on themselves in their femininity. Like Gwen, very aggressive, very assertive, always trying to argue. Gwen is a masculine woman, and people don't realize that. That's why the guys like her more than me. So femininity is important.
Okay. If you on the internet, yes, you will believe that, because the men in the internet tell you that. The men on the internet real mean. They be like, shit, with all the mistakes you made, a homeless man should do. And you'd be like, really, buddy? I just go get idiot, man. And that's really how they talk, though. So I agree. It depends on which men you're talking to. Personally, outside, I don't really have those experiences. And it kind of confuses me with Ebony, but I do agree with Crystal a bit, because she is a bit masculine. Because she's in the rooms. Like, you in the room with all the movers and shakers. So since you couldn't get one, girl, you get in the mirror, start figuring out what's wrong with you. Because, baby, ain't no way I could be in a room full of ballers and couldn't get one.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing I'll say to you, Pick Me, as we talk about internet. What about this whole money conversation? So these women can come up here, man, gotta make $100K. I think that's for like the real live housewives of Atlanta type stuff. Because I've never been on a date when I've been on so many dates in my life. Ain't no woman ever asked me how much money I made. Right. Ever. So I'm trying, and I've never heard of no man say, "Oh, women ask how much money you make." This is something that's going on the internet. I don't know. Like I say, I ain't single right now. I don't know if this is going on in real life.
Yeah. No, it's true, Gavin.
Right.
Yeah.
So I say that to say these women is capping. They are all 100K. When most of them sleeping with nug at best.
My point is, I think what Pygmy said, the point of reflection. Ebony K was up there talking about we black men want, sisters to take anything. You gotta reflect and say, why are your male peers saying this? What's going on? Take a look.
Though I believe that the patriarch and the white man has got a hold of their mindset. I believe that's my answer. I feel like black men have always been really amazing people to me. And I think it was always this understanding of respecting Big Mama and respecting Granddad. But it's like Big Mama was always like, and get them greens off the stove. Like she was like, it was just like, and I don't like that aggressiveness, but I think that we are trying to adopt ways that go against our natural ways of doing things culturally. That's my guess, to be short.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I think too, Mr. Walker, it's the aggressiveness of black women too. It's a turnoff. Like I think black men are being honest with our behavior. It needs to be fixed. It's not okay.
Well, let's talk about the aggressive nature of our sisters. Why are they so aggressive? What happened? What changed?
So you have primary emotions and you have secondary emotions. Mm-hmm. Primary emotions happen first, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. For example, no one is just angry. It stems from either fear or something before you turn into this, or sadness before you turn into this anger or exuberance.
Anger is a secondary emotion, usually of sadness.
Sadness. I've also heard fear though too as well. I've heard fear as well. So my thing is this: it's not an excuse, but once you know better, do better. Do better. When a black man is coming to you and critiquing you in a loving way, take that and take it to heart, because it's probably something you might need to work on as a black woman, and vice versa. I feel the same way about men.
Right. But that's the thing. So my question was, what has caused our sisters to get to this state of masculinity? And now one of the biggest talking points we see on Beyonce's internet is that all these sisters now want to be able to fall into a soft life.
Yeah, they do. They want to fall into it.
And what they trying to fall into a soft life after a hard life of acting like a man out here hustling, being serial entrepreneurs, and you taking on the stress on your shoulders of a man. So now you're gonna come across as masculine because you are always, like y'all said, Ebony K, she in the rooms with these guys, and she has to be more masculine.
This is why men complain about women working too much and like the boss chick. This is the reason why men don't like the boss chick, because she puts her career and money before her family and including her children. So to a man, it's very unattractive. So it's important for women to kind of just find that balance. But
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get back into it here.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And you know what was really disgusting to me? You got a lot of backlash. And then I believe it was Tyler Perry who came on the flip side and basically said that we need to start looking at men that don't make as much, or the stay-at-home dads, and considering them.
I think his exact thing was, if he can contribute to, the light bill, then
the light bill,
but but he makes you happy in all other areas, then and he met you at your worth. I thought he'd actually said he met you at your worst. I was like, wait, what are we even saying? What is this story that we're being force-fed? It's gross.
And they were applauding him.
I was just like, this is, first of all, Tyler Perry makes movies where the bus driver looks like Boris Kojo. And in that case, bring him on. Every single woman would be like, girl, I'm dating a bus driver. Oh, you want to see him? So, yes, that's a factor. And it's like, I kind of feel like it was a gotcha moment with you.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, why throw bus driver at you?
Here's the thing about what Tyler's suggesting, right? The subtext is going back to what we just talked about. Your worth is minimal. So if you are willing to accept minimal contribution to your household, a la a light bill, that is equivalent to your value in society. That's the subtext there that no one's saying out loud.
But but the other subtext in there is the assumption that black women's only option is to date black men.
Oh, well.
The conversation really
Okay, now.
never gets examined as to the other options that black women have.
Right,
You know,
right.
and listen, I understand wanting to be race loyal. I understand wanting to, if you're a black woman, you want to marry a black man, you want to have black children. I totally get it. But the reality of the situation is that I feel like, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, I feel like black men don't really want to have the conversation that black women actually do have more options that are available to them than are ever kind of proposed.
Yeah.
Because yes, black men, sure, it might be a little bit more difficult, but if you are willing to date outside your race, the options open up.
You shut your lying lips up.
I'll say this. I wouldn't say date out race. I would say y'all can date amongst yourselves. That's y'all next best option is to start scissoring timbers. That's y'all next option.
How did you come up with that decision for a woman?
Hell, they doing it for themselves.
Actually, what they
I'm
do
just
is
gathering the data.
I'm just saying, like,
What you got, Pick Me?
I feel like I'm gonna do an episode on this because I think women are so confused about their role in the workplace and their role as women. I don't agree. I genuinely don't agree, and I think a lot of them become hardened by their jobs, and it is masculine because it's like that's what men do. Like, you boast about the work you're doing, but as a woman, you are supposed to have other things that you're supposed to appreciate. So, I mean, it's not working. All of them is single on that panel complaining they can't get a man. So if you want a man so bad, why don't you give men what they want?
Because I ain't doing that for they ain't doing that for no man. Care about no man. Don't need no man. I ain't about to lose weight for no man. I ain't about to start cooking for no man.
They don't need to do what men want them to do. They don't need to do
I don't need no man. I just want one.
Listen
here. Listen. They finally gonna get it. One sister came on the internet, and I'm here for it. She said, "Listen," she said, "Mama make all the money." She said, "I just want my man." She said, "I got a contract. I'm gonna pay you." She said, "I want my man to be at home, on the bed, in his birthday suit. When I come home, give me what I want, and be quiet." And I said, "Holy God, that's what a lot of these dudes be saying." But here's my thing: women are starting to become the men they claim they hate. They becoming him. They're like, you know what? I can't get no man to get on my page. Give me a young man, I'll pay him. Just give me what I want. Rub my feet. If you could cook, it's a plus. But shut up and don't get on my nerves. That's what these boss CEOs is saying, and we like cool. But what they say when guys do it's a problem.
Go ahead and say it. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
It's a good song. It's a good song. They hear every time.
Hey, but I'm here for it. That's what they're gonna start doing. They're gonna give it up and say, you know what, we ain't about to find all these six-figure guys because we got all the money. At some point, all of the sisters gonna realize y'all got all the money and ain't no more to go around. So y'all got to get y'all broke ninja and just give it to them straight. Say, give me the weenie and shut up.
I don't think so. I think it is some women that will do that, Mr. Walker.
Right.
And I think it's a large majority of women that will do that, especially at a certain age.
Right.
And I think it's another set of women who just feel like if your man is asking you to, hey, can you lose weight? We all know black women need to lose weight, probably all of us, right? So it's like that's not a complaint. Whatever the basic needs, like we always say, if this is the person who's buying what you're selling, you might want to, be what they kind of want. I think that the problem is it's a very limited amount of options for black women where they feel like certain women might feel like it's meeting their standards. And I just think some people ain't gonna shake on that. They just rather date outside their race if they can't find that black man.
I want to see all. It'll be dope. Here's the thing. This I absolutely hate, and I don't even use that word, but I hate the concept of a gender war. Us melanated men, we want to see y'all sisters get married. Get married to anybody. Go ahead. Saying y'all going to Brad and Chad is not like.
But Mr. Walker, get married to anybody. If they get married to anybody, what if it's Nug?
Well, no, not anybody. Anybody if they're choosing. Not anybody, but anybody choosing. They said they're gonna go out and get Akbar and Ahmed and Chad, go get them of your liking. Just go get them and get married and let us see it. Let the marriage numbers rise amongst melanated sisters and non-melanated men.
But they don't need to do that.
Tip our hats to y'all.
Women don't need to do that though.
That's what she said they're gonna do. She said that's what they gonna do.
I'm saying women are getting everything they want without getting married.
Oh.
What is it that what's the end result? Everybody keeps saying, well, she has to lose weight, she has to do this, she has to do that. She doesn't have to do anything.
They're getting everything they want. Because
they're getting everything they want. The only thing they don't get is they getting married. What else is there?
They don't. That's ain't no retirement plan in what they doing. Because you're gonna
hold on, he's the queen.
If you believe
you speaking on the surface, I agree with you. They get what they want in this lifetime. And so that's why hold on. That's why you can drive into any city in America, drive into the ghettos. Look at what's left behind after Bonquisha get what the hell she want. See what the hell her kids get. See what her grandkids
That's why we said don't marry.
See what everybody get after Bonquisha get what the hell she want.
But that's why we're saying just don't marry everybody, and we have to have more options. We have to have better quality Black women. We have to have better quality men. That's the answer.
I'm saying it's great that this is what you want to happen. What is going to happen is people are going to continue to do what they want to do. Women are still going to buck against this fit, feminine, and friendly. They're going to keep bucking against it. You want it to change, but I haven't seen any kind of great movement towards women trying to become fit, feminine, and friendly and submissive. I haven't seen a big wave of that.
I have seen them on YouTube. I've seen a lot of influencers who do like femininity channels and like workout channels and
the point is, Heathen Queen, is that they're not getting everything. Bonquisha, that was a selfish thing you just said, because if she was marrying, they were passing down legacy, wealth, property, all this stuff. Things wouldn't be so bad when y'all out here. Y'all be the first ones. Hold on, y'all be the first ones out there. No justice, no peace. But y'all come up here talking like this. It makes no sense to me.
But I'm asking you, what did they get? What are they not getting that they want?
We just said stability.
Stability.
And wait, stability. And like when you said they're getting everything they want, that's including a child, right?
So you mean to tell me they need to be married to have stability? So stability is marriage, right?
And here's the thing: maybe not for that. Like that's what we're saying. Maybe not for that individual high-end of a woman, but for her offspring, she's going to produce in this situationship without marriage. What does that young boy get? He gets no stability. She get whatever she wants, and that's why it's selfish. Or how can we not understand that the
women are getting everything they want?
And that's that single individual, that woman, she's getting what she wants. She getting everything, but the kid, the child, he ain't getting anything. Definitely not a fair shot.
Women are not thinking that way. They're not thinking that way.
And
they're getting all. They're getting all.
That's understood. It's understood. That's the problem. You sound like you're advocating for it.
So I'm not advocating for anything. I'm just letting you know the way young people think. Young people that I have talked to say they weren't marrying their women anyway. Our brothers weren't marrying our women anyway. So therefore they went around that and started having babies out of wedlock. They went around that and started getting live-in boyfriends. They're getting everything that they want except marriage. You all weren't marrying them anyway. So what difference does it make whether they lose and become fit, feminine, and friendly? You wasn't marrying women anyway. So why the hell should I lose weight, do all that? You got traitors in your midst. I can still get laid whenever I want to because I'm a female.
Well, I guess everybody should say that then. I guess the men should give up. Men saying, why should I be provider, protector? Everybody should just give up. You don't know. Y'all have never put the work in to get the results to say otherwise. So y'all have never done it. So you can't sit here and say, well, do it first, then complain.
That's what we're saying. We're saying the work needs to be done. Like it kills me how like we can say
not do it. I'm not saying don't become fit, feminine, friendly. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying the women of today saying, what incentive do I have to do it when you weren't gonna marry me anyway? So
yeah. And if the male counterpart is also not doing it as well.
You can't be sitting here 300 pounds eating a damn Baconator talking about y'all ain't gonna marry me anyways. Hell no.
Yes,
Put
she
that
is.
hair down. Go to
Yes,
Planet
she
Fitness.
is.
No, man.
Because she still got that traitor coming in the back door, bending her over.
Punching her over, cheating on his wife.
Nah.
He ain't worried about all of
No,
that.
no. We ain't talking about y'all. You always want to go to the 15.
No, we need more. We need more. We
Here
need
for it.
black. We need black men to do like y'all do every week. We need black men to hold other black men accountable. We need black men to say, "Hey, it's nothing wrong if you're making 40,000 and you do want to make 70,000." Like my thing that I feel like it makes this all weird. If the woman needs to do better, which we all agree need to, the male has to be needing to do better as well. And instead, it's like this pacification, if that's a word that happens, instead of actually just taking it head on and be like, "Look, if our women are feeling like this, just maybe we should listen." I don't know, but just maybe it's something there. It's like it just goes completely out because in y'all defense, these women are off the chain. They masculine as hell, not, just out of control, ghetto, weave. So I get it. I definitely hear you, but I don't know. That's just what I see.
So if we come in and we do the fit, feminine, and friendly, we do all that, we do the good things.
Yep.
What are you all as men gonna do to put y'all?
I love it. See, I love that, and I'm so happy you asked that.
You all say
I'm gonna answer your question. So you say if we go get fit, feminine, friendly, just do it, and let's talk about this. The act of submission.
But if we said just go make money, Mr. Walker, if we said just go make 100,000, so we can be understanding to the financial aspect of understanding that you can't just make $100,000 overnight. But then a woman is supposed to
use that divine femininity, your divine fit, and shape your world. Be fit, feminine, and cooperative.
And when she does, she needs her counterpart. When she does, she needs her counterpart. We believe in fit, feminine, friendly. Me and Meek be on the phone talking. I stopped. I let off the smoothies because you said
it's good, but the numbers are saying 80%, so it sounds good.
80%, and y'all don't want to listen to the reason why black women are highly stressed. Cortisol levels are out of control.
Granted, men just want results. I hear you.
Yeah, but okay. I don't give a damn if you only make 45,000. Goddamn it, you better make 100K within 6 months. I want results. I don't want to hear nothing else.
If you applying that pressure,
I'm gonna apply that pressure. Matter of fact, if you want to go to my Instagram, you can pull that up. Look, I'm gonna apply the pressure. I'm gonna be on my ass.
That's perfect. And see, that's beautiful. You like, all right, I'm about to get fit, feminine, friendly. Now go get the bread. And guess what? They're like, yes, sir. Now what? Yes, ma'am. Now
let's do it. That's the kind of world I want.
All right. There we go. All 20.
Hold on. And let's not all on men. Let's call a spade a spade. Y'all can get fit, feminine, friendly as y'all want. Y'all need to get some damn standards because y'all will sleep with nug no matter how fit, feminine, no matter how much money. Y'all will go down to the bottom and sleep with any guy.
That's the bottom.
Y'all want a certain man to marry y'all, but y'all will sleep with any man.
No, that's some cap.
Y'all want these men. Hold on. Y'all want these high-earning men to accept that cootie after you let Nug shoot up the box.
That's Bonquisha. Now I believe we have a highlight. I believe we have a highlight. That's Bonquisha. I'm just saying it's subsets of women, and that's Bonquisha who be cheating on her amazing husband instead of just getting a little rose or something. And she going to cheat on her husband with the dude who is dusty. That's not my problem. I told her to stop. I don't want nobody messing with my man. But I can't, if Bonquisha don't even want to pull the edges back, how the hell am I going to control that cat? How? I can't.
I'm gonna say it right now. Y'all seen, I'm gonna bring up the incident with Steph Curry and his wife Aisha. Out of all the stuff that brother provided for her, and she came up on camera at some point in time and said, I just wish, I was getting as much attention as my husband.
But that's what happens when you want to marry Miss Goody Two-Shoe that I talk about every week too. When y'all want to marry the Miss Goody Two-Shoe and she thinks she's better than everybody because she's doing all of this. Guess what? Them be the main ones. Why they talking about I'll stab you in the back and I'll have your back. They'll stab you in the back.
So we can't marry Miss Goody Two-Shoes. We can't marry the thoughts. Like, what do we got?
You marry somebody who doesn't try to put on a front. and just is them. Now, if she's naturally just on a goody, just more innocent, that's fine. I'm not talking about any woman who's just naturally more innocent, ain't slept around with a lot of guys. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the personality that takes over where you think you're better than everybody because of your assets. Maybe a 2-family household. Maybe you went to a good, who knows? Women get up there and they get to get their nose in the air. And sometimes when you marry those women who got everything, Carly Lee, the one who said that white baby was on the side of the road, her type. As soon as she hear no, she snaps. That's her. So Steph Curry's wife, to me, seems like a her. And I don't, those women don't even like me. They don't even want to be friends with me. So I can't say anything about that. But
my whole point in bringing that up is I was going to say, guys, listen here. If your woman, we was bringing up going to LA Fitness and stuff. If you're a good guy and you married, your woman could be good. But if she going to these gyms by herself and you ain't looking the part, you in danger. I ain't saying nothing gonna happen, but I'm gonna throw that PFA out there. I see too much stuff going on in gyms. You in danger.
You think so? You think so? I don't know. I think a cheater is a cheater.
Yeah, cheaters are cheaters.
And
I do, but wait, I have to give a caveat for this because I don't want to make any presumptions. As somebody who has been very open and transparent about my dating within and beyond Black men, I just want to say that that's not necessarily the savior complex that people think. Unfortunately, because I think when I have this conversation with Black women who have never dated outside of Black men, they often have a romanticized fantasy ideal about what that is, kind of like non-Black men will save us, and I don't know, straight to Cam. And I know that's not what you're saying, right? But I do think like that was in the comments, right, of kind of my bus driver gate. Well, sis, what they need to know is you can date non-Black men, and you will still have many of the same perils because there are differences culturally, but men are men.
Right.
No, she didn't. Oh, no, she didn't.
I believe her. I believe her. But you all, but you men, you all said that men, the white man would be totally different with a Black woman. He's just a man, just like any other man.
Y'all said that.
So why would
we said that. No, we said that.
Y'all said y'all could date out. And she telling y'all, this is from the horse's mouth.
She said we can date out, but we shouldn't have no romantic vision of them being different. He's a man just like you all are men. He ain't gonna be no good.
Fair.
He might have. Hold on, wait. He might have
saying that. They ain't saying that.
He might have some. The only difference is that the white man probably has more money and he's more patient. Just like the white woman always smiling. He's gonna be smiling a little more too with that paper. Right. That's what it is. Now,
that's what y'all think y'all.
No, that's what it is.
No, that's what Disney did. Done Prince Roman. Y'all can blame Disney for that.
No, I don't think it's romanticized. I agree with Ebony K. I don't have this romanticized view. Right. But I'm just saying on a real level, it's not a romantic, oh my gosh, she's going to take me to Bali every year. Right. It could be that for some, but that's not, she's saying don't have that fantasy. Right. But what I'm saying is one thing we do know for sure is that he possibly is going to have more paper and he also is going to smile a little bit more, even if it's fake. Right. So that's what you get.
All right, let's get Pick Meek in here. Who coming to save the Black woman, Pick Meek?
Only the Black man, and that's why they just need to get their acts together because that's who Jesus created for us. Stop being goofy. I hate the misconception that white men are just gonna come and save us or want to deal with us. White men can't stand white women. So they invented passport bros. They were getting mail order brides long before I was alive. So I don't know where this misconception of American women being on board. They don't like any women here that want to do what they want to do. And that's the problem. Like, I want to say this earlier, but y'all talk a lot. But what I want to say about Ebony is, like, yes, she's an awesome career woman, but it's never been a time I've heard her speak and I was like, I would love for her to watch my child. Like, if I needed a reliable woman, I would call on her. Like, Ebony just doesn't seem like a personable woman in the least bit. She doesn't seem caring. She don't seem like if I'm having a tough time, that's my sis and I can call on her and have a shoulder to cry on. So, like, those are the qualities that men want in a woman. Like, don't nobody give a damn that you're a lawyer. Nobody cares, but are you nurturing? Are you caring? Do we love you? Like, do people make you godmothers or something? Like, she probably got godchildren, but I highly doubt she spent time with them. Like, she just doesn't seem like she want to make a meal or nothing. Like, she look like she just gonna look like all day. Like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan.
Say she had things to work on. She obviously has things to work on, but she is a beautiful woman.
Okay, being pretty just gets you through the door, though.
But she
that
should
just gets you through the door, though. No, like, being pretty is not enough. It's never been enough. Ever.
You talk to men. Men say that's enough.
No, we don't. We don't say. We say
that's
the
barrier
start.
to entry.
Yes.
No. Listen, hold on, because it's like a nightclub. A nightclub, they say it's 21 and older to get in. That means you got to have an ID. That don't mean you get free drinks once you get inside.
You got to be honest now.
No, if men just say you got to be beautiful before I even talk to you, that don't mean I'm just going to marry you off the...
I didn't say marriage. I said she can get a man if she wants to. She just doesn't want one right now. She just doesn't want the average man right now.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
If she went for the average man right now,
you really don't think she want a man?
She don't want an average man. She wants a rich
But
man.
why not? What she getting sperm off the internet from a man she ain't met? But that's better than getting an average man that she can raise a family.
If she doesn't want to deal with a man,
yeah.
What about
that in itself is crazy as hell. Like, that's like no man is you cannot think raising a child by yourself is gonna make you suitable for any man. Like, being a single mother is goofy as hell. Speaking as a single mother, you are giving your child a disadvantage. So when a man hears you say, "Hey, I want to bring a baby here on purpose without a daddy," ain't nobody about to select you.
That's why he think Queen said she don't think she want a man.
Like,
that's why she said she don't think she want a man. She doesn't think she.
And let's be clear. Let's be clear. A millionaire woman who has a single child ain't the same as Keisha in the ghetto having a single child.
Yes,
let's be very clear. It's not the same thing.
Children don't give a damn about gifts. Children want to be loved and nurtured. Like,
it has nothing to do with gifts.
Yes, it does. I just seen a post. Somebody, Kim said, different animals. Let me say this. Kim put up something where it was on a little TV show, but somebody clipped it and put it into words. She was complaining that North liked Kanye's apartment better than she liked having multiple nannies and a personal chef. Like, one thing that my son enjoys about our days is that I make dinner and eat dinner with him and ask him about his time. Like, he don't care that we not living in a mansion. How do we know
he wouldn't be doing the same thing?
Who? Kim Kardashian is a rich woman who has multiple streams of income. She don't have, because Ebony K is not a nurturing woman. I can tell that from seeing her on this camera. Come on, ma'am.
We don't know.
Come on, ma'am. Come on.
We don't know.
We gonna take.
Rich women are very good. Rich women can be good mothers.
Don't disregard Picnic's discernment. Don't disregard Picnic's discernment.
Rich women can be just as well good mothers.
Would you let her babysit your newborn? Would you get your newborn to Ebony? Because
I don't know her. I probably wouldn't. I don't know.
I wouldn't as a woman. Just like, oh my God, I got an emergency. I need somebody to watch my baby.
I'm just saying, you can't say all rich women who got a lot of money are not good mothers. You just can't say that. All rich women are not good mothers.
I'll say this real quick, B. I would say as a woman, y'all can't spot woman to woman that motherly nature just by looking and watching her talk. I think that's what
they don't think. They said I couldn't raise a dog in the comments. So if they say that and my children love me, then sometimes perception is reality.
That's because they don't know
you got children, Crystal, so that's a whole different story. So, Ebony don't have no children, and she got this track record, so that's not.
But I feel like she is a bit cold, but I'm not quick to judge mothering because I just don't know. That's intimate, and I don't know. But I do think y'all asked who will save black women. Black women have to say that themselves. Because if we don't save ourselves, our men don't even want us.
Right.
not true.
I just want to say this. Listen, because y'all see how frivolous men be with this sperm. If a man genuinely thought she was worth motherhood, she would have been pregnant. Like, I'm not trying to hear none of that. She would have had a baby on accident at the very least. So no, nobody thinks she's mother material. Why y'all trying to stand?
I don't know. I can't just say that. I hear you, Meek, and I agree.
This probably got that locked up. That's why we be mad in the comments. Cause y'all just seem like
no. I said more with you. I said at the beginning. I already called her down at the beginning. Hell, I said she was Carly, leaving the baby on the side of, like she was giving that vibe. So I already side with you in her nurturing nature. I said the femininity was lacking at the beginning. All I'm saying is that I'm just not quick to be like, and yep, she would be a horrible mother. That's all I'm saying. I hear you, but I'm definitely not against you with that observation.
And when it comes down to misogyny and default presumptions of feminine worth and value, some of those things control cross-culturally. I only know it from experience.
But I will say, some of the women that I know that have dated outside of their race, I do not. I only date black men. But they will try to convince me that it is better. And maybe that's why we have that idea that it is romanticized. Because it's like, oh, girl, you need to get you an Italian man because they know how to worship us. They know how to treat us better. Okay, so when it comes to that, do you feel like people throw that in your face as well? Because when you see a black man that's dating a white woman, it's kind of just like, okay, the athletes, oh, they all got them a white woman, and that's fine.
There's a whole movement called Passport Bro.
This is what I mean.
Oh, God. It goes to Ebony's point about black women being fed the narrative that you got to take what you can get, that you're the lowest on the totem pole in terms of attractiveness, and that black men are actively saying, I do not want a black woman. I am going to go to another country to find another ethnicity or race of woman because I deem them to be more attractive. I deem them to have more traditional values, bow to me.
Submissive.
And,
find them
be
to do what, though?
To marry them.
There shouldn't be no reason why you can't say, I don't want to date a bus driver. You know why? You're a lawyer. You did your education. You've done your work. You've been on television. You're still on television. And you probably don't want that kind of man. And that's okay.
And I don't think that man wants me, Loria. That's the other part of the
where
conversation.
You gonna meet him?
No, I'm not saying that. But that man does not want me. Melissa, can you speak to that?
I had this exact conversation about her. And I posed the question about, the CEO of Xerox. Why should she have to date a bus driver? Why is this even a part of the conversation? First of all, the two of them probably have very little in common. Not even in terms of them personally, but their lives and their lifestyles and that sort of thing. And what's called into question when it comes to trying to date somebody who's of a different status than where you are, you're going to encounter problems that are going to result in microaggressions, just like the fissures are going to kind of show up in the relationship, but it's going to be a lot of unsaid things. Insecurities, you know what I'm saying? Like, why, listen, in a perfect world, Miss CEO of Xerox, she falls in love with a bus driver and everything works out well. But in reality, probably not.
They ain't done. Here we are in the perfect world. And that's Melissa Ford, for people who don't know.
Yeah.
She's the ex-video vixen.
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of them women.
Here's my thing. So these sisters, what is today's melanated successful woman's gripe? I got a bag, we making all this money, and we can't seem to find a man on our financial level, because if we don't, we won't be able to really connect. He'll be insecure, this and that. Let's say all those things are true, okay? Here's my thing, and Kev said it. These different, outlets, Cosmopolitan, HBO, Sex and the City, sold. It was a market. Married women. The owner of Cosmopolitan magazine said, yeah, we realized that there was such a huge market in selling the idea of individualism to women, especially melanated women, that it was an undeniable market. We had to push it, but it was a ruse. Now we are here. We have all of these super successful sisters, and they like, we can't find a guy on our page. What's going on? you were sold a bad bill of goods. There was the machine that is had no plan for you at this point in your life. Now they just laugh. Go ahead.
No, I think you're totally right. Independence is first off not feminine. Independence is not feminine. Women are not supposed to be independent. That's not, I mean, we can. I mean, we have to in certain conditions, circumstances in the world, we've had to, but it should not be something we're yearning or wanting to do because it's not how we're built. It's not what we're supposed to do. Women are supposed to be in groups and partnered for the most part in most pieces of history. So I think that's the problem we have. So these women are having a hard time. The math ain't mathing. Like y'all said, the man they want is too many other people competing for him.
I have one question for the men. If this was pushed for the women, if all of this was pushed for the women to be successful, and you all knew that this was being pushed, independent, successful, independent women or independent.
Not as successful, independent.
So now there are some independent, successful women, though.
So now that we know, that this is the animal we're dealing with, why is it that we're having so much pushback from the men to come up to the independent, wealthy woman's level? Why are we having?
Because y'all heard her. We ain't gonna work. Y'all heard the words they use. She said worship, and that's my gripe. That's my triggering point. I said, Melanie and sister fall from grace. Y'all done got the bag. Now y'all like kiss my rear.
And hold on.
That's not what they're saying.
Are you?
She said worship. She said worship me. She said it. She
women
said
are not saying that.
Worship me.
Women are saying we want
She
you
said
to
worship.
be on the same level as we are.
No, he just went. I hear exactly what you're saying. Women are saying, I want Mr. Six Figures to get on my level. Mr. Six Figures saying, I'm already on your level and I don't want you. That's what y'all don't get.
It's not enough, Mr. Six
Y'all having a hard time
men.
accepting that. Quit acting like men ain't out here earning money. The men that are earning don't want those women.
Okay, so why is it that more
so
of y'all?
So them women need to accept reality and
Well,
then
why are they only okay? The thing is, I hear you, but I also think it's nothing wrong with us just being better. What's wrong with Black men having a financial goal for economic wealth and growth in our community?
We do.
There's nothing wrong with
Black
that.
men are not down bad. As men, all these women claiming six figures, they ain't. We know it's cap because.
So what if they were?
We don't even address that. Brothers ain't as dusty as the media points out.
So we know that. That's the worst thing. The Black man,
like not even. But that's
I don't think so either. But why is this pushback? Like when we do find a Black dude who can do better, let's just say that when we find a Black dude who we feel like can do better, right, and they deny every piece of help and want to stay right where they are, right, that's what I'm talking about. Why don't we ever address that problem?
You said whenever melanated women find a melanated man that's working, but he can do better, but he refuses to do better, you say?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, what do you mean
by
better
for? Who's he doing better for?
His family, his legacy.
And what do you mean by doing better? Now, wait.
They're not even married yet. They're both single. Who's he doing this for?
Well, first off, a man has to decide to do it for himself first. If you don't decide to sign up for the football classes, you're not going to play on the football team.
Who are these wonderful prizes that they are doing this for?
Whoever the man wants. Let's just say he can get any of them. Black, white.
Not all the women are bad women. See, you're coming from the premise of all women are pregnant and have children and are not good women. There are plenty of good single women out there. You're doing it for those good single women that are out there waiting for you.
And they ain't acting like everybody.
12% now they want Mr. 0.001.
Y'all no, not necessarily.
Going all over the place.
It doesn't have to. If women be more reasonable when it comes to like, he can't be 6 feet, 6 pack, 6 feet. Right. We already said that the women need to tweak it when it comes to thinking that the image needs to matter so much in the day and age we live in.
Compromise.
They need to compromise, but the men also need to not get offended every time we say, "Hey, babe, if I'm making this, can we try to open up a business and do that, or do you mind?" Like you have to
do that. That's what we give y'all so much pushback. It don't matter. You got to come to this man. And you don't have to say anything. Walk in the damn room, create the music effect, and that brother gonna start moving and shaking. Don't y'all
You
get
think
it?
all men are gonna start moving and shaking?
No.
You know, with that risk, I can lose you. You are valuable.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's fact.
Not all men, Crystal. No, not all men are gonna move like that because you cannot expect all men to be ambitious. Just like you can't expect all women to know how to make a garden, to make bread from scratch. You can't expect that. It's not.
Right. And I'm not. And when I say all, I was not being like for real. Like I'm saying, what I'm saying is, I think
not
that
even the majority, not even half of the men are ambitious enough to say, "I'm gonna step out of the system and go start a company."
No, it's not a problem when 80% of women are overweight. That's what.
Right, and that's what I'm. But
it's not a problem because they don't have. You do not get. Y'all not applying
so you
pressure.
think because you think if she loses weight
and most of them got
she's
kids,
fat,
60-70% don't got kids, most of them overweight. Who in the
50,
hell?
70.
So you think we should
the thing is, I do agree that when women step it up, the men will have to step it up. I totally agree. We already got that part out of the way. We already saying that. But once me, Heathen Queen, pick me, all got a class.
Here. We have to stop talking.
How? Because once she gets there, Gavin, she's not going to have anybody.
No, once y'all hold up y'all into the bargain, come back to the table and complain then.
Come back to the table. They ain't going to have.
Like I said, you can't be sitting at the table eating a Baconator complaining. You can't do
women,
of course, but also you're denying the women who don't have children. You're denying the women who are working out. You're denying the women who are working.
Still want y'all to make money.
They
still want y'all to make money.
No, we talked to now that woman.
Hold on, Mr. Walker. Did they watch the live stream the other night? Go ahead. We are not denying those women. Go ahead, Mr. Walker.
Yeah, that woman that is working out, that is fit, feminine, like Gavin said, now she don't want no average or above average man. She is demanding Mr. 0.0001%.
Because she's not doing that.
We didn't disagree with her.
And right, because she's not doing.
Godspeed.
She's doing it. She's not doing the average thing that the average black woman is doing who ain't woke up. So she deserves what she deserves, just like a man who is not doing what, quote unquote, not even half of black men want to do, which is make more money or whatever the case may be. They're both having the same type of situation going on. All we're saying is if me, Heathen Queen, and Pick Me get all these women together, like we all work in this type of field, PO, social work, whatever the hell you want to call it. If we're doing the work and we're trying our damnedest in our real life to be that, we're just saying, damn, can we not get super pushback on the other end when we are saying economic wealth is important? Right. Us having life insurance policies and savings accounts is important.
We've been saying that.
Yeah, Heathen Queen said the money don't matter.
I want to let Pick Me get in here. I want to let Pick Me go. Go ahead, Me.
Y'all keep saying like women getting to the top making money, and black women do not make more than black men. Only 9% of black women make more than $75K per year.
But what about the ambition, Pick Me?
So
you feel like the
ambition, like black women, and that's what irritates me about us, because we like black women will start a business, but it's still solo driven. Like how many of us are actually gaining actual employees? How many of us are actually investing into our communities? Like we get money and then it'd be like, and it's not that many. It's less women than it is men. And yet it's still, women get all the way up there and still become selfish, because a reflection of your nurturing would be, let me help people in my community become as great as me. No, Ebony not doing none of that. She just getting on panels complaining about how trash black men are and not doing nothing to change to what they want to be. Nobody likes that snarky ass attitude that she keeps taking everywhere with her.
Women's income is immaterial. We're talking about men's ambition to make more money than what they're making. All women are saying they want a man that makes X, Y, and Z. The men are pushing back saying, why can't you just take me for the way I am, or the $50,000 that I make? And all of us women are saying, we want you to make more money. We want you to do
I just be calling bullshit on y'all though.
Men are not saying that, first of all. Go ahead. Men are not saying that.
Women are saying that.
No.
I call
we want you to be on the same level
and
as women.
And I only personally call bullshit just personally on how I live my life. Like I very rarely meet a man that's not ambitious. Like ever since the internet has been out, I ain't met a man yet who ain't been chasing generational wealth for his family. So it's like, what men are y'all dating? What men are y'all talking to? Like we've been woke for long enough to know that they got their foots on our neck. So like, if you dating a man who genuinely has a good character, integrity, and gives a damn about his community, he is thinking about that stuff wholeheartedly. Like, I don't know where these men at.
But Mr.
Maybe
Walker
in
said
this
that's less than
space.
50%. He said that's less than 50% of men
Yeah,
that
you
are
can't-
going to
yes.
do that.
You can't expect ambition does not come standard in a man.
Sure, less than 50%. But I'm telling you, Ebony has come across more than the sprinkle that
I
have.
agree with that. Yeah.
So it's just, I feel like at this point, it's just like, y'all, it's an expectation of meeting this perfect man. Like, nobody's gonna be perfect. You got to take what you can get at some point.
Right.
And if he got 8 out of the 10 things, get the fuck over it and become his wife. Like,
so why is it that we have to settle, but men don't have to settle?
Men with that.
You just said that
you
we
think
what
we
we
should
get.
hold on, Miss Heathen. You think we show up 10 out of 10 ready? At what point? And what? No, I'm saying
You
okay.
cannot expect
so
a
if
woman
I
to be
said,
10
if
and a
I'm
man
telling
not be a 10.
woman to accept a man at his 80%, do you think women are showing up 100%? Is that what you're stating?
Money wise?
You talking about
anything.
Do you think that we showing up at 100% and men are settling for us?
Men
Across
don't
the
settle.
board.
Men don't settle. I wish I would hear men say he settled. Men don't settle.
Mr. Walker, you think women should settle, but men should never settle?
No, men don't settle. I wish I would hear men say settle. Men get what they can. Ain't no settle. That's what you get.
Okay, but even
Ninja.
still,
yeah, and that's what we try to tell women. Y'all ain't. That's what we telling women. Y'all ain't settling.
We don't get that 666 like they be asking for.
And y'all not settling. It's like men, y'all ain't settling.
Income is not what men. Our 666 for men is not our income. It's not having 6 figures. It's not that. It's having a size 6 dress. It's being an adjustable 6 on the sexual marketplace. And then let's say the next one is nurturing, being a loving, friendly woman. Like, it's not how much money you showing up with. So what?
But it can't be because they just went against old girl who got with a 29-year-old little boy, or 21-year-old young man.
Exactly.
He went and got a child though. Like,
yeah, you talk about moral. Now you talk about moral.
I'm talking about it just seems like black women can't win for nothing. It just seems like
black
we can't
women
win for
make
nothing.
silly ass decisions and don't
They
want
do.
to say
We
nothing
do.
about
They
it.
do.
Like, that's
They
the
do.
problem.
You consider
like,
that
if you
a
really
win?
was out here doing something worth representing us well with,
I think men's decision to just look at a woman for her looks and then that be his first thing. I think that's silly too.
See, let's touch on that. I love
that's
so
not
you
where
said
they be stuck at.
for a man,
that's not where they be stuck at. And y'all
they be stuck there because they're not gonna take no ugly female. They get stuck right there. I had that argument last night on a panel. They said, would you take a 4 if she was cooperative? And all the men said, hell no. If I had to take that 7 or 8. So they gonna look at
4 is rough, though. Why we got it?
I was gonna say 4.
I need more context.
Let me say this.
The whole panel said we ain't taking no chick. That if we can get a 7, would you take a 7 or would you take a 6 with cooperation or 5 with cooperation?
Would you take?
No.
Hold on. Would y'all take the guy pushing carts at Walmart? And that's his high. That's it.
What are you asking?
Would y'all marry the man that's pushing carts in the high vis vest outside of Walmart?
Compared to?
No. Would you marry that man?
Compared to what?
Compared to nothing. That's your husband.
No, I'm not doing
that. Hold on. He was monogamous. He was a
But how old is he? No, how old is he, Gavin? If he's 20, if he's 24. No, because he could be in school. If he's 24 and under and in school, and I was a younger woman, yes. But if he is 20, if I'm the age I am now, and he's pushing carts at Walmart, hell no.
No.
But if I was younger in college,
what I'm saying to that is that's the equivalent to you asking a man to accept this 4. It's the same thing. Whoever that woman is that's a 4, need to go find that man that's pushing them carts. They are equally yoked.
There we go. And
nobody man have to accept no 4.
And she ain't settling. You see that? Ain't nobody settling.
I'm saying men are stuck on those looks. Men are stuck on those looks.
That's just more.
Stop demonizing man's nature. Stop demonizing man's nature. Stop doing that.
How's it demonizing? I don't get it.
She keeps saying
they're visual. They say they're visual.
Keep saying we hung up. We are big because she keep acting like us being visual is a problem. It's not a problem. We are visual.
I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying that is your nature. That is what you do. That is
you saying stop, but you're saying stop.
No, I'm
You're
not
balance it out.
I'm saying don't be mad at us because we have other factors that go involved with us picking a mate. You all don't have a lot of other factors that go involved with picking a mate.
No, here's the thing.
Stuck on those looks.
A man picks his female mate based. First, he got to be attracted to her. Why? Because y'all want y'all man to be monogamous. Do y'all not? Y'all playing this game.
That's why she's saying it's not a bad thing, but it's just the first thing.
Melanated women, by their words, Ebony K, y'all want y'all 6 foot, 6-figure making man that's gonna give y'all man physical intimacy. Y'all want him to worship y'all. Worship. That's nuts. She said it.
Really the crux of the issue, which is that people want to sit on platforms, social media, radio and television and the like, and they want to pretend as if we live in a society, particularly in this nation, that doesn't have class, socioeconomic distinction.
Exactly.
Let's just start from that point.
Yeah.
Right.
We want to pretend that we live in this kumbaya society where, quote, everyone's the same. Stop cap.
Yeah.
Stop cap.
Yeah. It's very
It's
true.
not.
Yeah.
It's not. Like
very
we need to
true.
be clear. And it's not, for me, it's never about being better than, which I think is how a lot of that was framed.
Right.
Yes.
I've been very clear. My mother drove Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools bus for many years to make sure that I had everything that I needed. And from that, and if I bought a bus driver home to Gloria, she would smack the black off of me. Because her point is I put you in position to go get it. To go get it at a different and yes, higher level. So why, and let me tell you something else I know about women who show up in success and financially and this, that, and the third, and then they try to act as if we're all the same, and they do date, men that maybe are differently positioned financially or educationally or otherwise. They are typically resented. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. The women I know that build men, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because we've all done it. That's truth be told. In my first marriage, I paid the bills. Let's be clear. I'm not speaking hypothetically. I'm speaking from experience. I was a lawyer dating a grad student. Who do you think was running them bills?
Right.
Let's stop it. And what I felt, y'all, was I appreciate the lifestyle I get to live with you, but I hate you for it.
Yes.
But I hate you for it.
Yes.
I hate that I got to have my hand out when I want to go get these new kicks. I hate that I have to ask in a way about, well, where are we going on vacation? And
Stop the cap.
I don't like where this is going. First of all, what this brother look like? That's why we tell y'all don't date for looks as women, because she dating this guy, the moving scale, Mr. Walker.
Yeah.
And then another thing she hit on real quick is y'all get this stuff from y'all mamas, y'all grandmamas, y'all aunties. They are the ones who put this seed in your head. Yes, and she just hit on it. She said, if I bring my mama was a damn bus driver, but if I brought a bus driver home, my mama would go upside my head.
She's
wrong, and that's why she gonna buy it. But if I bring a dog home, I can bring a dog up in here, no big deal. But if I bring a bus driver, hail to the dog.
Well, I was wrong. I said that I thought that she was kind of snooty, raised by, two parents with her nose up in the air. That wasn't the case. So I'd say I was wrong about that. She was raised by her mother.
Right.
And I do think that Gavin is right. She got him from somewhere. Her dad wasn't around, from what she said, which is what I say every week. But we don't see a problem with dads not being in the home because we just keep blaming welfare instead of trying to fix and address these women who have come from broken homes so that our children can be better. But we just want to ignore that because we just gonna throw them in the submarine anyway. So I think with her, she was raised with this mentality of the overly independent boss woman, but we don't care or give a two craps about her mother and why her mother was the way she was. And it's not an excuse. It's just like not making an excuse for somebody who left or whatever. But we have to understand why we're in our situation. Like they say, if you don't pay attention to the history will repeat itself. And I think when we don't ask the right questions to the right people and point fingers in the right direction, we ain't gonna never know. We just gonna keep on assuming and never fix these children who have to deal with this piece of crap that we left them in.
All right, let me get Pick Me again here. Pick Me. Are these older women passing this stuff down to the younger women, telling them, don't date that guy, if he, whatever?
Yeah. And I just don't think older women are given, I don't think they really passing out a good blueprint. I feel like it's like a lot of what you shouldn't do, but it's never what you should do. But in the same breath, I would say that the generation ahead of us doesn't really know how to identify a good man or the characteristics of them or the values that they should bring. One being like something that she just, and I'm sorry, I just want to mention this while I got my time to talk. My light went off, but she mentioned that she paid all the bills in her first marriage, and I was just looking up trying to see who her first husband was, because like who'd you marry? Like, was she married to a black man? And I couldn't find anything. I don't know who she was married to, but still in the same breath, you sitting up here paying all the bills, living in the house with a man sets the tone for what type of woman you are.
What he look like?
I can't find him. I can only
What
find.
I mean, let's assume. What? Come on now. She paying all the bills.
She said that he was in grad school, but I wanted to say that it was a white man still. Like that's what I feel like. I feel like both times it was a white man. So even still, you found the white man, and you found the white man who you had to pay bills with. Sis, please, like the tone is set. You're masculine. As long as you are pushing around that energy, you have to be the breadwinner. Like sit down, get a house husband, and don't complain about it. Like Mr. CEO does it. Why can't you do it? Miss CEO? Like that's what irritates me about her, because the balance is not getting your equal. The balance is getting the counterpart that comes with being the top of the line. And the top of the line person never has another top of the line. They have a really nice housewife who provides a really good home. So she needs to get her a really good house husband who probably do like customer service on a computer, something like that. Yep. And he stay home with the children. Like, I don't see why she can't do that. Like, or she could have bought her man a bus line. All the money she making, she could have started them a bus line. She could have did everything where he could have still been a worker, and they would have owned it. Like, it's just too many excuses to me. Like, if you want an ambitious man, make him one. You got all the ambition in the world for everybody, so why don't you just lead the cart?
All right, what you got, Heathen Queen? Why y'all lying to these young women, Heathen Queen?
Lying to them. I mean, specifically, what are we lying to them about? What she said was she went through her phase of struggle love. She was paying the bills when he was.
I thought that wasn't struggle love. I guess he was in grad school. He was doing.
Well, I mean, the way I see it's different when you're under the age of 30. I believe you have the option to build with the man. He doesn't have to make that kind of money. He can be less than.
She's a fool for real, because that guy right now is probably making $500,000 as a lawyer. You got to foresee him hitting his stride 20 years from now. A woman like her in that moment, she should have been dating a guy maybe 40 years old that was established. But what you got, Heathen Queen?
Yeah, but what she said was she was married to him and he wasn't making, she was a lawyer, but he was in grad school and he resented the fact that she made that much money.
That's her story. That's her side. That's her side.
Yeah, we've heard plenty of women say that.
I think it's cap.
It's got to be some truth to it. We done heard it.
You don't think men want to be the I think men want to be the protectors and the providers. I don't think men want to come to a woman and say, "Can I get some new J's?" I just don't see that.
Y'all make it seem like a man wake up one day, it's like, oh, she make more money. No, y'all throwing stuff in their face, y'all belittling him, making him feel like less of a man. And it's a byproduct. It's a byproduct.
He should. Well, yeah, that man should not. They were married. That's why I come up with my point down like 100% instead of 50-50. Yeah, because that man should have not come to her talking about, hey, can I get some shoes? That's dumb. He should have access to some funds if you really married and y'all believe in one another. Why are you coming to you with his hand out? She created that dynamic.
Exactly.
White women do that. Black women don't want to do that.
She
created that dynamic. Real question. What do y'all think? Ebony K is almost 50 years old and she still act like this. What do y'all think she act like when she was in her absolute prime? This was a nightmare. This was a nightmare of a woman to deal with.
We ain't gonna act like these sisters don't be kicking these brothers in the gonads, talking bad to them. Listen here. Now I'm gonna give you this $250 for the J's, but you got to do something. And
you can't do that.
You can't expect new J's me to cook and some vagina.
Why can't you? Right, that's probably what she said. She like, you can't get this puss, these J's, and I'm paying all the bills. It's just not smart for women to try to be the masculine role, trying to put him through college. Women trying to be overly masculine is never going, it's going to kill our culture.
So do you think she should be looking for a man that makes less than her?
No, I think that she should have not put herself in that position if she couldn't still remain feminine within it. If she couldn't look at the bigger picture and say, babe, you know, we only got 500 in our spending for this week. And if we buy the J's, then we're going to be short on groceries.
But I'm saying now, I'm talking about now at 40, do you think she should look for a man that makes less money, but she's happier?
I think that she should, if she wants love, and she wants the type of love that she desires.
Love don't come before money.
Right.
She can't be happier if you don't got money. It don't equate.
Well, then that means that either she should. Yeah, I don't want to do what Drea did, which was get a younger guy who was infatuated.
They don't want her. Don't no young man with millions of dollars want her. She ain't Drea.
Yeah, but she has. Why can't she be the provider? Why can't she accept that she's the provider? You know what I'm saying? Accept that you're the provider. Accept that you make money, and then get you a man and say, hey, this is the budget every month. You get $4,000 a month to do with whatever you want to do, but you make sure that the house is here. You lay the pipe. Make sure I get a kid. Da da da. Why can't
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not doing that. When I get old, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
She said, I'm not doing that when I get old, and we're gonna have rocking chairs and watch the sunset.
Well, I'm saying my husband has been
old. real quick, shout out to Q. Holy hell. Q done put Gavin X and Mr. Walker in timeout. He said for no other reason than listening to 5 minutes of ladies talk. So me and Mr. Walker got 5 minutes.
You got it, Chris.
See you later.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, there's women can see. That's why I want women to, I want them to fall in love and know what it's like to fall in love and stop worrying about how much money a man makes.
Yeah.
Fall in love with that man, regardless of what he makes. Like I have 3 degrees, right? My husband barely made it out of high school. I made significantly more money than him. He not one day went and said, you make more money than me and I resent you.
Mm-hmm.
But we never did that. He always stood on his ground as a man. I make this amount of money and I give you $4,000 a month. Whatever else is needed, you got to come up with that. And then we made it work like that. Mm-hmm. From the beginning, he said, I'm going to give you, just for an example, he gave me more than that, but I'm just saying, for example, he said, I'm giving you $5,000 a month. Don't no light go off. Don't know this go off. I don't care what job you got. I don't care none of that stuff. This is what I'm giving you. $5,000 ought to cover everything that needs to be covered. If we need to go on nice exotic vacations, that's coming out of your money. If you want extra food beyond the budget, that's coming out of your money. Anything that went beyond that $5,000, I had to come up with.
Yeah.
I was okay with that because I made more money and then my money was his money. But see, a lot of people say your money is our money and my money is just my money. I never thought that way.
Right.
So with Ebony K. Williams, she's not going to find what she wants to find unless she does some compromising, right?
And she's been on TV too much. Like I said, for the average woman who is a doctor, a lawyer, makes any type of close to over $75,000, I would suggest stop being so masculine and leading with your degree and leading with, oh, well, you know, I have this. When you do that, that's unattractive to me. And they just want you to be in your feminine, have fun, like Picnic said, you know, enjoy yourself, look nice, keep your body together. Like that is what I hear over and over again. The money is an asset and it's great that you bring in your bag, but if it wears on your face and within your femininity, it's not worth it. What I hear for a lot of men. So I think Ebony needs to work on the femininity for sure. And she could have had a man a long time ago. So yes, it's a bit unfortunate.
My contribution look like, because I'm not running shop the way I really want to run shop, as most men really like to lead their household.
Exactly. And so when I was talking about Miss CEO of Xerox, I'm saying, What is the problem with a woman of that stature? The amount of time that she's invested, not into her, schooling, but her profession, into her life, building herself up. Why shouldn't she feel like she should be equally yoked? Why is that a problem?
Yeah.
And then it's always the reverse card. True. Well, when men are titans of industries, do they go looking for equally yoked, et cetera, et cetera? No, because they're probably not gonna go find it. I'm like, oh Jesus, Lord, take the wheel.
Yeah, well, they also want somebody that's gonna follow them around and do what they want them to do.
That's why I said
Yeah.
titans of industry are looking for women who are not going to say, I'm sorry, my schedule is
Exactly.
They need a woman who.
That part. That's the part I think it's exactly what they just said. Ebony wasn't willing to compromise.
Right.
Who is going to be at their beck and call, who is going to be available for everything, who's going to have the kids, raise them, and just be available for them.
Would you ever do something like that, Al?
What?
Pay all the bills. Like, would you take care?
She's too cute.
Like, say he's like a stay-at-home dad, and he's taking care of the kids, and you are the breadwinner. Are you okay with taking care of all the bills?
No.
No.
Yeah.
There would have to be there would have to be circumstances for that to, like, what's the issue?
Why aren't you working?
Yes, why aren't you working?
She's saying, put another way, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Make it make
and
sense.
if it doesn't make sense, it's a no.
Now, what do y'all think about this, though, when the man does work and then he's never there?
Well, personally, I'm fine with it because the Bible says you're supposed to provide. But that's just me. I'm also
like,
not,
are the lights on?
I believe in provision.
Like, is the house there?
Yeah.
Right, because somebody does have to go get it. And just to show you I'm consistent on this, I have friends who.
Okay, y'all, this is why I don't like Ebony. Okay, Ebony, it's been made clear to me. She really doesn't like men, y'all. She really don't like men. And if she does get a man, it'll be more like an accessory, like how she views children. Like, she's seeing it more as a checklist. Man, career, check. Man, check. Baby, check. She don't want no man for real. Like, this woman don't want to see her man. She don't want to spend time with her man. She don't do nothing with her man. That's very weird. That's very weird.
That's my thing. She like, I don't care. I'm believing provision. Be away. See what I'm saying? Like, and you want this established, ambitious, accomplished man to be away conquering the dragon, and then you want to go about it like this, like, oh, be away. So is it okay that he find comfort and solace, in the warm embrace of another?
That's why she really doesn't have a man, though. I've concluded it because I don't care what nobody say. Whatever a man does for work, they want to come home and be able to have some peace. They love to decompress, and the ability to have the vulnerability and safe space within a woman's bosoms.
Amen.
And then Ebony not giving that at all. Like, she just seemed like her man gonna come home from a long day, and she was like, "Damn, you ain't had 17 hours." Like, I hate you. Like, did you cook me something to eat? Cook you something to eat. You couldn't get that on the way. Like, she just, I would hate to come home to her. Like, all I'm doing is watching her on the internet. I can only imagine how a man feel with her. Like, no. Sure. Run. Don't ever date no woman like that. I don't care what they talking about. If she's this heavy into her career, she's never gonna make a good wife. Let her get old like Ebony.
So real quick, shout out to the Grimacy Riff. He come through with the 150. He says, I implore you, woman, to look at the stats. Brothers doing it out here. Stop choosing Nug Nug. He says, again, Ebony's story is extremely unique. 10 minutes for more like 20 minutes for Heathen Queen and Crystal. I'm gonna let this go again. I know Ebony K, she hit on something just now. They was like, how do you feel about your man making 100K, but he at work all the time? Ebony said, I'm okay with that. She's a prude. She like, I got my rose. Y'all know Ebony at the crib. Where my girl at? Yeah, Ebony at the crib. Y'all know what it is.
Making that same still face, trying to get some nerves to activating that thing.
That's it. Shout out to Ebony K, man. You ain't fooling us.
And here's the thing: this is why it's so funny about the ambitious man and she being a sexual prude. Is when a man is accomplished and he out here feeling accomplished, his libido is up, and he trying to he need what he need, and that's just all it is. That's why I keep saying stop demonizing a man's nature. Accept it, move accordingly, and ride off into the sunset with that ninja.
And I mean, Ebony can't help it because she only know how to be a single woman. She only know how to be a single, strong, independent Black woman, especially because her mother drove the bus. That's a masculine job. Like, I'm not here to argue. Like, feminine job for a woman after school is either a teacher or the lunch lady. So the fact that your mama chose to be a bus driver, she got to yell at kids and be out of her composure, says a lot about her. So all she did was teach her how to be a strong woman in the world. And unfortunately, Ebony has not realized that shit don't work. Don't no man want that. And the power couple is not the issue. Black people accomplish that all the time, but you have to understand that your power in the world is not who you are as a woman. Like, those are two different entities, and if you cannot separate the two, then you have no business being a wife.
Were raised in more affluent childhoods and backgrounds than I was, where they had two parents in the home, one personal friend, both of her parents were doctors, and her mother, who was a pediatrician, was never around. And she went to a private school, and she'd be like, Mommy, you know, this is bullshit, because all my other friends' moms are on the field trips, and where are you? And in my house, that's like so crazy, because I had a single mom who was working 3 or 4 jobs, driving a school bus, also getting paid at the time $25 an hour. I'm talking about in the 90s at UPS. Shout out to UPS. And all these things. So my expectation was that she wouldn't be around. Right. Because I understood at a young age, to your point, Elle, you can't have both at the same time.
Yeah.
Someone cannot be taking care of your lived expenses and be up in your face. So which one do you value more? Like, mama can't be making Lunchables and on the field trips if she's going to get it.
Yeah.
To make sure that I can have the things I need to succeed in life.
Yeah.
Same thing with my husband. My husband can't be up in my face, sitting on the couch with me watching Netflix if I need somebody to send these kids to private school.
Yeah.
If I need somebody to make sure that we have our mortgage paid, not our rent paid, our mortgage paid. So I'm very much okay. Baby, go to work.
So you'll be okay with him being gone for...
Bye-bye.
Really?
I love you. Go get it. And that's what I want men to understand about most Black women that I know. Most of us, contrary to popular belief, don't just want a man. We want the man that we want. We want a man that we desire. We want a man that we're actually attracted to, physically, emotionally, psychologically, intellectually. And if you're not that, you know what I mean?
A whole lot nowadays.
It is a lot to ask.
It's not a lot to ask.
I actually think it is.
No, I swear to God, everybody trying to convince us that we need to accept the bare minimum needs to go somewhere. No, that is not a lot to ask. I swear to God, the bar's in hell.
No, but I agree.
Crazy.
And here we go. Melissa Ford, she almost 50 years old. She's a video vixen. She done been with Game, 50 Cent, all your latest rappers, Fat Joe and them. All right, she been leaning back. So doing that with her, man. She talking about the bar is in hell. Y'all setting standards. It's too late, as Diamond says, too late.
See what I'm saying? Somebody like Melissa Ford, what do y'all expect her to say? All she know is riding in AMGs and Maybachs. That's all she know. You know, even if it's for a short time. That's all she know. Glory, you know what? The internet, social media has absolutely destroyed any of these sisters' chances at any kind of fulfillment at the end of their life. Because it's just, you hear them. They want what they want. They don't care what we up here trying to say. Ebony K said, we want the man we desire, we're attracted to, all that. I don't give a damn if I'm 50. I still want 666. I don't care.
I just think women need to, me personally, I don't believe in spending too much time listening to any woman who doesn't have my desired result. So
there you go. Come.
Ebony is as old as she is. Like, how old is she? I don't even know. But I know genuinely by the time I'm 45, I pray to God to be celebrating 10 years of a marriage. Like, amen. I couldn't imagine being single and 40. Just 40 and single sounds crazy to me. Like, please, Lord, make sure it don't happen. But she just like she speaks as if it's like I can keep waiting because it's just a matter of time before I stumble across what I want. And it's like she might have had a man who had all of those characteristics. It's just she wasn't what that man wanted for real. Mm-hmm. And I don't think she's ever considering that maybe what I'm offering just isn't what a man wants. And I get it. Like, you have a fantastic career. What else could he desire from you? You know, she's 5'1", y'all. Y'all know she 5'1"?
No.
A little petite little thing. Little petite. Men love them a little short, little broad they can put in their lap. And it's just like, girl, just listen. God damn.
So here we go. I'm gonna let this video finish out. We're gonna bring Heathen Queen and Crystal up while it's playing here. We're gonna get back into it.
With you because
I
if
just
they
don't
have
want
all
it.
that,
Was
they
my,
want
the end of
love.
my point.
Yeah, they want
so
someone
if you're not all of those things, if I don't desire you, I really don't want you. Real boss men, they do not desire a financial or an intellectual equal. They are not attracted to it. It is a turn off. The pee-pee goes burr, burr, burr. It does. I'm telling y'all the truth. They did not go to law school, L'Oreal, so they could end up with a peer. They went to law school, they went to medical school, they went to Harvard MBA so that they could be the dominant, so that they could run the shop.
We're all single here on this panel. Are you single?
I am definitely single.
I'm newly single.
Yeah.
I've been single a very long time.
And
single.
And all successful, which is scary. So it is that hard, right? We're saying it's not that hard, but you have 4
really
successful women.
Because the success is not to our advantage
Beautiful.
romantically.
Now,
okay, let's just name some things.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't sit up on this panel and not name the fact that even in this conversation of 4 diverse women of different lived experiences, we still represent some similarities. Nobody on this panel is darker than a brown paper bag. We need to name that. Nobody on this panel is more than a size 10. And so let's just kind of expand the conversation.
Hold on. El Berner's sitting over there. Look at her. She back there. Nonetheless, she was thinner than that. Now she all blow. She gonna say nobody on the stage above a dress size 6 or 10. She said 10. Oh.
Yeah. She in the 10. But we get it. I guess. I don't know what she getting. Let's see if she make her partner. What's she going? She talking about colorism. What we going on here?
If you're not all of those things, they went to law school, they went to medical. Nobody on this panel is more than a size 10. And so let's just kind of expand the conversation. We represent a preference. Oh, am I the only one here?
No, I'm listening. No, we're listening.
We represent a preference amongst what society, and in particular, Black men have said they preferred.
No.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop. There's now successful Black men are not walking around saying I want 50-year-old women. They're not. They're not.
And here we go. I don't understand why they keep disregarding all of the means of entry. Okay, y'all ain't let's just play the game. Let's say y'all all fit. Let's say y'all all attractive, all that.
Right.
And there ain't 12 ounces of femininity up there on that stage. And I'm not right with what she said, talking about guys want somebody that's not their equal or something like that, at least not intellectually. That bull Jay, you can't say that. Stop making it seem like men are intimidated by a woman's accomplishments. It's just not something that's we like, oh, you an NBA? Oh, I want to have kids. No, that's not it. But don't no man want no dumb, stupid woman.
Well, why do they always say that they'll marry the fry girl at McDonald's before they marry a girl who is in a corporation? She's not telling the truth.
I'm answering that. No, yes, she is. No, that's what. Yes, we will. Men will marry that younger fry cook because she ain't tainted. She ain't hard. She ain't worn by life. What the thing?
Well, she was telling the truth then, right?
The thing that y'all say, as far as what? No,
she said that you don't want a girl that's
no. We're gonna give it context. You said the young fry cook, and why don't they want no 50-year-old? Because for she 50, and like I said, life ain't hard in this young woman.
Those women are not 50.
They are all of them up there 50.
No, they're not all
damn
50.
near. Y'all don't know the math around here. We
No,
round
Their
up
air
here.
lady is not
L'Oreal
50.
was born the same year as me. The one with the yellow hair, she's
They're
a
not
92
old.
baby.
Whoa!
Melissa Ford and Ebony K, because them are the two that got all the smoke. So we just speaking on them two.
She said that you guys don't want to deal with the corporate women. You want to deal with the lady who makes the fries at McDonald's.
Ain't no femininity. The dividing factor, he the queen, femininity. They ain't none of these bros got no femininity. And I don't even use that term, but that's what they acting like. They are men. They are big, strong boys, and they want to be dominant. They can have that. A man is going to choose a peaceful, broke fry cook over a raging CEO chick. There's no peace
But
there.
not every CEO is raging, though.
No, they're not. All them sisters up on that stage they raging mad.
They seem raging to you?
They don't all seem raging.
Why? Because they ain't foaming at the mouth. As men, we telling
Just
y'all how
because she's accomplished does not mean that she's not feminine.
Well, listen,
not all women
y'all have to stop disregarding the men's opinion and perspective. Y'all, we got two.
So every woman that's accomplished is raging and
but we telling you what we picking up from the internet.
Now, can I ask a question real quick? Because I battle with this. When I'm at work, like now, anytime I'm on camera, I am in my masculine. I have to talk, I have to be assertive, I have to converse back and forth.
Yeah, but you got the results as well, so you got to stop putting yourself in that position. We are speaking for these 50-year-old single women. They don't have
they're not 50 years old.
Right, but what I'm saying is that sometimes I think it's hard when you're on camera as well, because it can seem a certain way when you're at work versus when you're actually at home. I feel you. Y'all are saying that she's probably carrying this attitude home, which I feel like a lot of women do, low key. They do carry a lot of that. They don't know how to switch it off once they get home. And I think that's the problem. But I don't know. I also think that's kind of unfair sometimes to judge. It's like, I was wrong. I thought that she was two-parent snooty household, and she wasn't. So it's like, I just think sometimes we got to be careful, because sometimes we're not, accurately guessing.
Listen.
And she said their preference. Is that a preference? Are they a preference? Those women on the stage?
No, that's what I said. They sit here saying we represent what black men are looking for.
They say they don't like the darker skinned women. So if you don't like the darker skinned black women, but you like the lighter skinned women, they would be considered a preference, right?
I think Ebony K do represent what black men want. I think Ebony K do represent what black men want. Aside from being 50, she definitely she's feminine when her mouth closed. She's fit and she's friendly when her mouth closed. So like, she's sitting there, legs crossed. She knows how to conduct herself. You can tell she knows how to captivate a room. It's just she too brash in certain arenas. So it's just like, she has what men want. It's just once she start talking is where she turns them off at.
All those women seem to be feminine. All those women are feminine women on that stage with their mouth closed. So they're all considered preferences. They're all considered preferences.
They are the preference. I think they are. I would say
they're light skinned. They sing. That's what men say they prefer. They don't prefer dark skinned women. So they prefer light skinned women. So that's what she's saying. She's saying they're a preference in that way, right?
But she making it seem like them as overall. Okay, now if we go, like I said,
with this woman with the orange wig in, the men, that's not a preference.
For some men, it is.
Men are sitting up here telling y'all they don't like women in wigs.
But they screwing and giving them millions of dollars on OnlyFans. They lying. Somebody lying.
Ebony is a preference.
Because y'all are looking for husbands. They are not getting married for a reason.
I get what you're saying. Okay.
Men are telling y'all what they want. So you got OnlyFans, all that nonsense, that don't fly over here. These women are looking for husbands. The husbands of value are telling these women what they want. They don't want to do it, and then they want to shame the man.
I don't think it's her wig that's keeping her from giving the man. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's a wig if she is. I'm not saying it's good.
It's not the preference. It's not the preference.
Right, and I'm not saying that you should add to, like you said, whatever. If this is the guy who you want to buy what you're selling, you might want to, fit it. So I'm not saying that, but I think it's deeper reasons as to why there are a lot of single women.
Right.
So here we go. I'm gonna let them land this plane though. We're gonna get off this video. It's been a lot.
A preference amongst what society and in particular black men have said they preferred. And yet, we represent black women that are still paying a price and a tax for our success. Can we imagine what this conversation looks like with our darker melanated sisters? Can we imagine what this conversation looks like with our curvier sisters? So I think that this is showing to me the impetus of the crisis. We're in a crisis when it comes to black women in romantic partnership, because to Melissa's point earlier, of course we can, and many of us do date outside of the black race, but I'm never gonna try to convince a black woman to want something she doesn't want.
Oh,
right?
never,
You know what
never,
I mean?
absolutely
if you don't, if you are attracted and desirous of a black man, that's what I want for you.
All right, thank y'all so much.
Thank you. It's rough. It's hard. We understand it's hard out here for these women. The problem is the women are making it harder on themselves. They like shooting themselves in the foot. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff they do is counterproductive to trying to find the man they're looking for.
I agree. I think a lot of women are saying, you want us to be fit, feminine, and friendly, and yet and still, when we were that, you still didn't marry your women. Right. So how do you get around that for the women when they see you still didn't marry your women? When the women weren't obese like they are now, you still weren't marrying them.
Yes, they were.
That's a lie. We were married at 80%.
How has the rate declined? How has the rate come from 20% or whatever that was, from 80% all the way down to 20%? You mean to tell me that was all weight?
You disregarded it. You disregarded at some point it was 80. You keep this. You said we were never marrying y'all. You disregarded at some point it was 80.
So from 80 all the way now, you mean to tell me it was weight? Weight was the problem? That was it?
It was.
It didn't have nothing to do with the men and the men running off and not
you
marrying
just sat
the
up
women?
here, hey, look, you just sat up here tonight. Y'all been sitting here saying the man got to be tall, handsome, make all this money. That's why his drop.
No, I didn't say that. I don't think that. I'm just
Women are
thinking
saying that. We ain't gonna sit here and be disingenuous. Women are saying that across the board.
women are saying that, and they're lying on the internet, and we already said that. But the point is, to act like as our brothers don't need to do better, I think that is a lack of being disingenuous to your brothers. Right. Just like if I can say the women need to do better, I just think it's crazy how we just gonna sit here and say that a man who just wants to sit around and play video games and hump on a plastic is just fine, and it's not your fault, brother. It's all of them. It's like, man, we all got to do better, all of us.
Here's the thing. So as far as fixing the issue, you say men, we need to say we ain't telling resourceful men to get on their game because they don't need told. You see, then they see what I'm saying. So I guess we telling Nug, and you can't negotiate with Nug nor terrorists. Nug is documented. Nug that came up on YouTube and said the only way you're gonna get me to take some accountability is with a firearm in your hand. And now on the flip side, if sisters just say, hey, we ain't gotta sit and threaten Nug with violence and risk our freedom and lives, all sisters gotta say stop letting Nug get
right. So meaning that we need less nug, and we're already
don't do that. Don't say less nug. Stop. The nug is gonna keep, because there's so many single moms.
So men are gonna keep doing
nugs are going to continue to increase. So there's gonna be an increase in nug.
It should not. We should not. If we get rid of the projects and if we get rid of the hoods that were actually set up to make us fail, and we have conversations like this, we can definitely get rid of a large number of nugs. I think if we just my thing is this: I know you can't change anybody in what they think, but advocating as black men and saying y'all need therapy if y'all don't think you should do better. Black women, you need therapy if you don't feel like you should be doing better. I think that's the problem. That's adding to the problem. There's problems on both sides. Both sides need things to address. Both sides need things they need to address.
I agree, but I like this. Where's the beginning?
And you cannot say.
Where do we begin?
But you cannot say, you cannot tell women you just got to keep your legs closed and this stuff wouldn't happen.
Wait, but
you just can't say that.
Wait, what you mean? Keep yourself to yourself. How is that so difficult?
It is good, but it is very good. And I think it is a good starting spot, like you said, Mr. Walker.
I'm saying you just can't say that. You have to get the nugs and the pookies too.
You gotta stop that. You can't stop I said you can't wave a
So
stick
how
in
we
front of a
supposed to stop
wolf
the
and say don't
304?
eat it. You close
Why
your
can't
legs, woman.
you have to close your legs, but also you have to be in a point of raising the standard for your race. Women have to raise the standard for Black women, so we're not known as angry Black women and ghetto and
Telling
dead
y'all,
and all of
I
that.
told
And it's
y'all,
like
I'm telling y'all the man's plight. We can't. There's nothing outside of losing and risking our freedom and lives. There's nothing you can do to Nug Nug. I'm telling y'all, this is the report. Y'all saying do something about Nug Nug, Heathen Queen, Crystal, Pick Meek. Without violence, we can't do nothing to these ninjas.
right. Okay, so
y'all gotta
screw
leave
Nug
them
Nug.
alone.
But what about screw Nug Nug? Fine, I'm not a man. Screw him. But what about the image and the message that we're putting out for Black woman and Black men in total? Screw the Nug Nug. Okay, let's talk about the generation to follow us. If they are hearing Black women ain't nothing, we ain't this, we ain't that, and Black women are doing better, and me, Pick Meek, and Heathen Queen are holding women accountable, we're setting up a society and for failure for them to look at their own counterpart as nothing, and these are the ones that are actually doing the work.
Well, yeah, we ain't gonna sit here and discount people's lived reality. This is
You
YouTube for a
said-
reason. People are waking up every day in these hoods. They watch what's going on. Nothing's changing, it's getting worse. So the 304 culture, I said the other day, Black women will be married at probably 5% rate in 20 years.
The marriage rates are going down in every race. The marriage rates are down.
All right, but y'all need to focus on yourselves because y'all are the least married by half. Everybody else double y'all. So y'all
got a problem within our culture that supersedes race. That's what I'm saying. We got big problems in the Black community, but we have big problems, period, within our culture and the country we live in. So until we fix some of these deep-rooted issues that we have, like you said, what can we do? We can't keep acting like it's just all Black woman and she is the reason why the earth is burning. It's like, come on, like somebody else can take some type of accountability.
You wouldn't be off base by saying that. Go look at Sukiya and the Sexy Red. These people.
Look at what you're saying. Look at what you're saying. You're saying every woman tells every man that he gets no sex. She closes all just women listen to us three, and they say all women close your legs and don't open your legs. That's another whole problem that you have introduced into our culture by telling women
every man. You gotta fix your statement because we didn't.
I'm saying you cannot tell women not to have sex. No, you cannot tell women to close their legs.
Why can't you?
Because then you'll have barbarians running around this planet taking women.
Okay, so here we go. That
you cannot tell you cannot tell every woman on the planet.
We didn't say
not
that.
open your legs.
We didn't say
no. We said
that's not a solution.
That's what, and that could be dangerous because now she needs to close her legs for sure. But the problem is that it's going to make.
Are we sitting here? Holy hell! Stop! Everybody, stop! I need the big screen. Are we sitting here saying Bonquisha being a 304 is like some kind of protection mechanism against men? Like, let me get his box up.
No, I don't think so.
Stop! We ain't doing this nonsense.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not saying it's a protection mechanism.
That's what Heathen Queen said. Heathen Queen said, for one, we didn't say every.
You really think men are gonna stop having sex? No. If all women on the planet say you can't have, I'm not opening my legs. You really think all men on the planet gonna say I'm not having sex no more?
I think just using the hood. You should be telling them. You should be telling Bonquisha to keep her legs closed and get out the hood. That's what should be told because. If the women decide they're just going
all them kids before she's corrupted,
there you go.
Right, but the only way we're going to spread that message is if we say it now. If we keep saying, "Yep, everybody's screwed." So I think it's just
push. I say push protection, push condoms. I say push birth control. I say push all of that because humans are going to be
it's issues. Y'all need to get to the bottom of this stuff. Y'all can start tackling stuff like. Like these little sweetheart balls and the prom, cheerleading, all this stuff need to be done away with because it's all go hand in hand. Don't y'all get it? So when y'all think it's cute, hold on. When y'all think it's cute to send y'all damn kids to school when they in 8th grade to a damn sweetheart ball and have them they already wound up. Y'all be fast forwarding these processes. Let these girls dress like grown women when they're 14 years old. So we got to stop the cap.
There you
But
go.
you also have to talk to
tell it
your
all.
men.
Dress like grown women when they're 14 and then be having hotel parties.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Golly.
Okay, now hold on. I had a hotel party for my daughter, and it was all girls. So my thing is,
listen, these teenage girls out here getting they cuticatas waxed.
it's horrible. No, it's bad, Gavin. Look,
doing this.
I'm saying it's bad. I'm not saying I am against the hypersexuality. I say it every freaking week. Stop having sex, and especially if you in a hood and poor, close your legs, young lady. That's the cheapest, dumbest thing you can do.
Yeah, but are we telling just women to close their legs, or are we?
But the thing about it is, Queen, they're saying that men don't have any self-control. So we need to stop thinking that they have self-control.
No, we're not. Stop doing that. We're not saying men don't have. We're saying none.
As long as it's available, as long as Nug can get it, because I'm talking about people in the hood right now.
It ain't just Nug. It's regular men getting these young girls pregnant, not just Nugs. Don't put it on the Nug. There's other men. There's men who call themselves good men doing things out there. It just ain't Nug.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is definitely true.
So we can't just say Nug.
He would be considered. Don't just, even if he got resources, it's all about your mind state and your software. Anybody could be a Nug. Even somebody like Future can have Nug software. All right. Don't mean he ain't rich and all that good stuff. But you got to be held accountable for how you moving as a man, granted. But we still speaking for the bottom 20%. Y'all can't, there's no way y'all can.
Most men have a hard time.
They making 80%. We're speaking for the bottom 20% because they making 80% of the kids. You see, the Queen. That's why we stuck on, because he making all the babies. Nug making 80% of the babies. 80%.
Oh, do we? My thing is this.
Hold on. That's a great segue. Everybody sit back. We're gonna get these super chats in a minute. We're gonna get these super chats. Okay. Nug making all the babies. Here we go.